Hey everyone, no DMW here coming at you with a red Jesmon deck for the EX-10 EX format, Classic Collection. So not much has changed. This deck still bricks a good amount, but I made some changes to fit in some stuff, and I think I like it. I might fit in Analog Youth. I kind of forgot about him, but we'll see. So I run 4 Huckmon still because that dude just searches out your stuff. And then 4, this Biomon is really good from EX-01. Um, Inheritable when you attack a player, draw a card once per turn, so that's really good. Just because you're able to net cards. This Guilmon is a lifesaver from the promo. So when you swing with him, draw a card. It's really good. Like, I love drawing cards. Like, you really need to draw and get your combo pieces for Jesmon to work. Otherwise, you're just gonna brick. Like, I bricked a lot when I was playing this for 2-deck format. Like, Imperial Dramon was just winning constantly. Because even in, I don't know why. But this deck was just bricking for me. Like, all the time. I run 2 Guilmon because drawing cards is good. Like, once per turn inheritable when your opponent's Digimon's deleted, draw a card. I like that. So that's my rookie lineup. Just Guilmons, Biomon, and Huckmon. So I took out the DP increasing rookies like the Agumon just because I realized that you really need to be searching. And CO and Jesmon himself will take care of the buffs. And then I switched to babies too. Like, I was running Yokomons, but now I'm running the piercing baby. Like, if you have piercing, it's 2,000 power. That comes up way more. I prefer this baby. It's really good. Champions. The same. Greymons. Bow Hookmon. Greymon gives +1 security to the Jesmon, and then once per turn, if you have a Sistermon, delete Digimon 5,000 or less. I prefer to get the Greymon over the Bow Hookmon, but Bow Hookmon's in the deck just because you can fetch him, and he's part of the lineup. Decent ability still. Wanagunimon. Wincon. You only need, I don't know. I only run the one. I've seen him like every time I needed to see him, but I don't see Jesmon or Savior nearly enough. I only run 4 ultimates, which is Savior until April. That'll change drastically once he's restricted to 1 in April. So he'll still be at 4 during the BT7 format, which is really nice. I'm glad they're letting us do that. Like, you gotta respect Jesmon when this is still around. Like, even though he's still getting a starter deck and all that, like, I don't know, they'll probably just change the direction of what Jesmon actually is. Same thing I'm assuming is going to happen with Ragnarlord, so. But anyway, Savior. When Digivolving, you can play a Sistermon from your trash. Or, no, not from your trash, from your hand, I believe. Let me read this. Just from your hand. You may play it from your hand. Well, paying the memory cost. And then once per turn, if you have a Digimon Sistermon, play unsuspend this Digimon. Really good. And then for the Jesmon, you know what this does at this point, right, guys? So, when you attack with him, you can play a Sistermon from hand or trash, and then gain 3,000 power and piercing, and then, that's all he does. Yeah, when you play another Digimon, it gets 3,000 power and piercing, and then when you do it with the Save Your Hug, you can restand it, do lots of damage. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's really strong. And Omnimon for the Wincon. Then I run 4 Sistermon Blanc. On play, draw 1, and gives all your Sistermon blocker. Then 3 Seal, on play, gain a memory. And then gives all your Royal Knights like plus 2,000 power all turns. So it makes your Jesmon really strong during your opponent's turn to get over. So it's going to be really hard to get him or him off board since they're both Royal Knights. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm liking the lineup. I just don't know. I always break with red too, so I have like no idea how to like comprehend. 2 tie. So tie is memory setter, gives +1 security, so it makes your Jesmon even like scarier when he has the full stack. 2 emergency shutdown. This hasn't come up for me yet because I haven't had a chance to use this. Your opponent can't use option cards until the end of their next turn, so that's like a really convenient card to use. So it stops them from like trump sorting you or Coitus Breath, Ice Wall, etc., etc. And it activates security too, and then you add to your hand. That's really nice, and you don't need to run a white tamer necessarily. Like I think I'm still gonna add in an analog youth to help with consistency. But if you have a Sistermon now, you can use the emergency shutdown. That's pretty cool. 3 memory boosts. On play, look at top 4, add a red Digimon, then delay, gain 2 memory. It's cool. 2 delicate plan. When your Digimon gains the ability of that doesn't trigger options, and then Judgment of the Blade, pick a Royal Knight, and then you can attack on suspended Digimon, and then I think the security effect lets you play a Sistermon from your hand or trash. From your hand or trash, then add it to your hand. It's really good. So that's my lineup for Jesmon. So I think I'll add an Analog U. If I might add another Agunimon, because I was running 2 at one point. I don't know if I'll keep this. I'm debating on this card right now. But I definitely want Analog U just to increase the consistency of this deck. And if you trash a Sistermon, that's pretty dope. Because you can add any Digimon, then if something dies, either the Savior or the Sources, you can catch and gain another memory by tapping the Tamer. So those are things I'm just considering for the Jesmon build. Because, yeah, I don't know. This deck just keeps bricking on me. I really enjoyed it when it wasn't. Even when it was bricking, I was still winning in a way. But it was just like, I don't know. Jesmon's overhyped sometimes. I prefer Gabumon over this deck any day of the week. Like, I heard Gabumon's been just dominating Nationals. And I'm like, I'm not even surprised. Pray to the Church of Gabumon. Like, not even surprised. Like, praise. But yeah, thanks for watching my deck profile. I really hope Jesmon gets better in BT7. I'm pretty sure he does because he's still dominating. Well, he was, you know, before the hits. But during that format, he was dominating still, so. Looking forward to getting the new Sistermons, like Awakened mode, so. Yeah. Thanks again. I'll see you all next time.